already know the feeling. You tell yourself you will change tomorrow. You will wake up earlier. You will cut the habit that has been draining your strength. You will stop scrolling, stop escaping, stop delaying the life you know you're meant to live. But tomorrow arrives empty. And so does the next day. And the next. And your habits remain, clinging to you like silent ghosts, following you through every room, whispering the same old temptations into your mind. Change feels distant, like a mountain you admire from far away but never climb. It feels heavy. It feels impossible. It feels like something meant for someone stronger than you. But the Japanese found a different path, a quieter path. A path that does not rely on motivation or dramatic leaps or grand promises. A path that does not care if you feel ready. They called it Kaizen. Improvement so small it feels invisible, yet so consistent it becomes unbreakable. One breath better, one thought cleaner, one choice quieter. This was the engine of samurai discipline. The secret that built warriors whose names survive centuries. No warrior embodied this truth more than Miyamoto Musashi. Undefeated in 60 duels, a swordsman, philosopher, painter, strategist. But the world misunderstands him. His true power was not aggression, not violence, not talent. It was the ability to improve by the smallest margin every single day without failure. Tonight, we step into that world. Tonight, we learn the Japanese system that breaks any bad habit forever. Close your eyes. Let the modern noise fall away. Let the deadlines, the notifications, the voices inside your mind dissolve for a moment. Because transformation never begins with force. It begins with attention. The smallest shift in focus, the quietest rearranging of thought, the sharpening of awareness that lets you see the chains you've been carrying without noticing. Your habits are not your enemies. They are simply instructions your brain has repeated so many times that they became automatic. Your brain is loyal, painfully loyal. It strengthens whatever you rehearse, even if that rehearsal destroys you. Scrolling when bored, snacking when anxious, escaping when uncomfortable. You repeat these patterns, and your brain assumes you want them, not because you are weak, but because your brain learned that these actions create quick relief. A hit of dopamine, a momentary silence, a brief escape from the weight you carry. But Kaizen reveals something more important. You do not break bad habits by force. You break them by replacing the invisible micro-moments where they begin. The moment the urge whispers, the moment you reach without thinking, the moment your mind slides into autopilot. Musashi understood this. He said, "Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road. Not leap, not sprint, not transform overnight. Walk, one step, then another, over and over, until the man you were can no longer keep up with the man you've become." Imagine an old dojo in the hours before dawn, the air sharp, the tatami cold beneath bare feet. A lone candle flickers. Musashi stands in silence with a wooden sword. He does not duel. He does not fight. He repeats the same movement. One swing, then another, then another. Perfect form, perfect breath, perfect stillness. He practices not to win a duel tomorrow, but to remake his identity one fraction at a time. No one sees this work. No one praises it. No one applauds consistency, but every tiny adjustment, each subtle refinement, becomes a strand in the rope of mastery. This is Kaizen. You train the smallest part of yourself until it becomes the strongest. Most people wait for motivation to strike. They wait for the perfect day. They wait for a clean slate. But the samurai did not depend on fire. They depended on inevitability. Small actions so simple, so automatic, that refusing them became harder than doing them. This is why Kaizen works. It bypasses overwhelm. When you promise yourself you will quit everything overnight, your brain rejects it. It panics. It clings to old patterns. But when you make the next step microscopic, resistance evaporates. The mind whispers, "This is nothing." And in that effortless nothingness, transformation begins. A habit does not crumble because you fight it. It crumbles because you make it slightly less convenient, slightly less automatic, slightly less seductive. 3 hours of scrolling become 2 hours and 55 minutes. 9 snoozes become 8. A bag of chips becomes half. Not perfection, direction. You think these changes don't matter, but these are the changes your brain respects most, because they reshape the identity that makes larger change possible. Now imagine yourself in the modern world. Instead of swords, you carry screens. Instead of battlefields, you navigate notifications. Instead of enemies, you face urges engineered to enslave your attention. You live inside a system designed to reward your worst habits and punish your discipline. And still, Kaizen fits perfectly, because Kaizen does not demand escape. It demands awareness. You do not delete every app. You pause before opening one. You don't vow to quit sugary snacks forever. You take one slow breath before eating them. You don't force yourself into a 2-hour workout. You do 2 minutes, then 3, then 4. Your brain accepts these small adjustments. It allows them. It absorbs them. And soon, your identity begins to shift. You become the type of person who can take disciplined action without the drama of discipline. This is how Musashi built his mind, not through epic battles, but through micro-courage. The courage to do something small, so small no one else notices. But the universe notices. Your future self notices. The part of you that longs to be strong notices. Musashi wrote in the Dokudo, "Do nothing which is of no use." And he meant it literally. Every action should move you either toward discipline or away from it. Every small improvement counts. A tiny repetition, a quiet refusal, a brief pause. These are the building blocks of samurai mind. Bad habits don't die when you crush them. They die when you stop feeding them your unconsciousness, when you stop acting automatically, when you reclaim even 1 second of awareness in the moment the urge arises. Imagine the moment you feel the craving to scroll, to smoke, to snack, to escape. In that moment, Musashi's method begins. You insert 1 breath, 1 minute, 1 pause, not to resist, not to fight, but to observe. This is the opening. This is the crack in the armor of the habit. And cracks, when widened consistently, become breaks. Musashi trained in caves for months. He stripped away comfort until all that remained was clarity. He believed that beneath habits lies a pure self, uncorrupted, clean, disciplined, not motivated, but steady. That self does not fear discomfort. That self does not chase shortcuts. That self does not need pleasure to feel alive. That self is already inside you, buried beneath the noise of modern life. Kaizen is how you dig it free. Your transformation will not come from a massive leap. It will come from the smallest shift repeated across months. Your brain will adapt. Your identity will shift. You will become someone who does not reach automatically, someone who does not break easily, someone who moves forward even when no one is watching. The way to break any bad habit forever is simple. Shrink it, delay it, interrupt it, replace the automatic response with 1 second of awareness, then 2, then 5, then 30. And slowly, the habit starves, the urge weakens, the craving becomes quieter. The demon that once controlled you becomes a ghost. And one day, without celebration, without fireworks, without a dramatic announcement, you wake up and realize the habit no longer owns you, not because you fought it, but because you outgrew it. This is the power of Kaizen, the unseen, the quiet, the patient, the unstoppable. You do not need a perfect plan. You need one tiny step taken tonight. Make it so small you cannot fail. So small your brain nods and says, "We can do that." And once you take that step, your mind learns it can take one more, and one more, and one more. Transformation is not an explosion. It is a whisper that becomes a voice, that becomes a roar. Your new life begins the moment you choose the smallest possible improvement and make it again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after. This is how warriors are created. This is how habits die. This is how you break chains you have carried your entire life. Step by step, you walk the 1,000-mile road. And somewhere along the journey, you become someone unrecognizable. Someone you can finally respect. Someone who does not fear discipline because discipline has become their nature. Someone who does not run from discomfort because discomfort is now a path. Someone who does not lose to the weak parts of themselves because the weak parts have faded into memory. This is how Kaizen works. This is why it is feared. This is why it is legendary. And tonight, this is where your path begins.